Hello and welcome to UticaTV Overtime, where each week we will be keeping you up to date with everything that's going on with your Utica Pioneers. I am your host, James Brown.
And I'm Andres Jaime Mendez. Let's get right into the action from the past week.
The Pioneers hosted the St. John Fisher Cardinals on Friday in the Clark Athletic Center as they opened up Empire 8 play. The Pioneers were put in an uphill battle early on as the Cardinals had 11 kills in the first set, leading to a 25-12 win. In set 2, the Lady Pioneers showed their grit as they were able to keep the play extended several times. Fisher continued to keep their foot on the gas, though, leading to them to win 25-13. Facing defeat, Utica battled hard in the third set, but the offense from the Cardinals proved to be too much as they went on to win 25-12. The Pioneers dropped their conference play opener by a score of 3-0.
The women's tennis team looked to stop a two-game losing skid as they hosted the Nazareth Golden Flyers on Saturday. The Pioneers had never defeated the Golden Flyers as they were 0-15 in the career series going into the matchup. They looked to change the narrative. The Pioneers battled against the undefeated Golden Flyers, but the Nazareth firepower was a little too much for Utica. The Pioneers dropped the match by a final score of 9-0.
Utica University faced off against the Medaille Mavericks in their second game of conference play this season. It was the first time these two programs have matched up in the last 20 years. The game opened up with a pair of Medaille goals. The first came from Jaime Mendo in the 22nd minute. Shortly after, Ander Castillo scored his 12th goal of the season to give the Mavericks the 2-goal lead over the Pioneers. The score held at 2-0 through halftime. It wasn't until the 56th minute that the Pioneers were able to get on the board as Cody Baker-Green netted the first goal for Utica on a penalty kick. This goal was the 6th of the season and gave them full control of the team lead in scoring. The Pioneer defense stepped up in a big way in the second half as they held the Mavericks scoreless for the final 65 minutes of play. The defense opened up the door for Bayan Magushu to net in the game-tying goal in the 83rd minute of regulation. This was his 6th goal of the season, tying Baker-Green for the team lead. The Pioneers will close out their homestand when they square off against Oswego State on Wednesday.
The volleyball team faced off against the Golden Flyers of Nazareth this weekend. The Pioneers entered this match searching for their first win over Nazareth as they dropped their previous 17 meetings. The Pioneers got off to a strong start, recording a match-high 12 kills in the first set. They ended up taking it by a score of 25-22. Nazareth bounced back in the second set, however, and recorded 15 kills as they coasted their way to take the second set 25-18. Utica tried to get back in control of the match, but fell just short of taking the third set. Nazareth ended up winning set 3 by a score of 25-21, despite the Pioneers' 10 kills. With the Pioneers needing to win the fourth set to stay alive, they did just that. They rode their big three of Kirsten Martin, Eleanor Seepole, and Brianna Woods as they led Utica to a 25-22 win to force a fifth and final set. Utica was able to ride the momentum in the final set and took it by the widest margin of the day. They ended up taking it by a score of 15-10. This marked the Pioneers' first win over Nazareth in program history and their first win in conference play on the season. The Pioneers will look to continue their winning streak when they head down the highway to take on SUNY Poly Wildcats.
Women's soccer hosted Medaille University Saturday night for their annual Senior Day game. The Pioneers seeking to kick off Empire 8 conference play the right way. The Pioneers, to say the least, came out hungry and pounced on the winless Medaille University Mavericks. Senior Ro Hernandez opened the floodgates in just the 18th minute of play. Gabriela Dumont wanted to get in on the scoring and doubled the Pioneers' lead 1 minute later, keeping the Senior Day motive and lead into the second half with a score of 4-0. With a final score of 6-0, the Pioneers honored our seniors in a terrific fashion. The final in shots on goal for the match was the Pioneers at 23 and the Mavericks at 2. Thank you to our seniors Ro Hernandez, Jenna Keenman, Hope Millets, and Aaron Stadler.
Men's soccer is hosting the Oswego State Lakers for a weekday match Wednesday, September 28th. Your Pioneers have been stellar to start the season with a 4-1-1 record. Oswego State has been inconsistent to start the year and will be in hopes of taking down the Pioneers. Be sure to stop by and bring some energy to the men's soccer game Wednesday at 4 o'clock at Pioneer Field.
Women's tennis welcomes the Houghton Highlanders this Friday, September 30th at 4 o'clock. The Pioneers, struggling to find the win column to begin the season, look to change things around. The Highlanders have been very inconsistent throughout their season as the Pioneers look for an important win. Come out in your Pioneer swag Friday at 4 o'clock to cheer on the Pioneer women's tennis team.
The men's golf team looks forward to competing in the Empire 8 Men's Fall Championship in Syracuse, New York on October 1st and 2nd. The Pioneers will compete against the whole conference in a 36-hole event at the Timber Banks Golf Club. Tee time for both days will be at 11 a.m. Let's go Pioneers!
To add to our Path Athletic events to come this homecoming weekend, our Pioneer volleyball team looks to improve their winning record against Wells College at home on Saturday at exactly 11 a.m. at the Harold T. Athletics Center. Women's volleyball currently holds a 9-6 overall record, and hopefully our Pioneers can climb the win column as they sit third in the Empire 8.
You heard that before. It is homecoming weekend. Our Pioneer football team is currently undefeated with a record of 4-0 after defeating our previous opponent, nationally ranked Union College. This weekend, the Pioneers are coming home to face Hartwick College, looking to improve their hot streak at 5 consecutive wins. This matchup is indeed an Empire 8 conference play. The energy will be hyped, so make sure to come out to Gaetano Stadium this Saturday at 1 p.m.
After the homecoming game, make sure to stick around at Gaetano Stadium to cheer on your Utica field hockey team. They will be taking on Empire 8 competitor Elmira College at 5:30. The Pioneers are looking to maintain their undefeated home record while fighting to move up in the conference standings in order to have home field advantage come playoffs beginning in November. Currently, the team is sitting at 500 in Empire play.
If you can't catch the tennis match on Friday, the women's tennis team will be having another match this Sunday, October 2nd. The Pioneers will be going head-to-head against Oswego State. The match will begin at 1 p.m. at the Utica tennis courts. Be sure to come support your fellow Pioneers.
And that's all the Utica sports we have for you this week. Be sure to keep an eye out for our Moose Minute series coming out soon that takes an inside look at your Pioneers.
And be sure to follow us on social media to see when UticaTV will be broadcasting your Utica athletics.
Thanks for watching, and always remember to
fear the moose.